provision in our constitution which says that the sovereignty in the Republic of Kenya rests with the people of Kenya. That the people can either exercise it directly or through delegation to elected leaders. So what we've started is to collect signatures of the people to show that they have no confidence in this government. Ruto got supposedly, according to Bukati, 7.1 million. Already you have 8 million signatures signed, authentic people who are registered, who are saying that they have withdrawn their support for Mr. Ruto and Mr. Gachagua. So this we are also going to present.
I think the question was on the cost of living. It's not only affecting Kenya, the world over. We also have the weakening of the dollar and other factors. What, in your opinion, would it be for the cost of living to be brought down?
You see, you said, and I said I was talking from experience, as somebody who was around the government also before. You said that you do not deal with the cost of living by increasing taxes. In fact, if you increase taxes, you are increasing the cost of living in the country. They are saying they're increasing taxes because they want to pay debts. And I say that there are other ways in which you can deal with the debt issue, debt crisis, other than just trying to increase taxes to pay those debts. The economy is in recession. So if the economy is in recession, what you do is you create consumption. You inject money into the economy so that people have got money in their pockets that they can spend. And then the economy will revive. So what they have done basically is removing money from people's pockets to be able to pay. So you're in the hole and you're continuing to dig deeper. I don't know who is advising them. But we have got very, very good economists who would advise them better. And that's why I'm saying that me would have handled this situation differently. But we have been here before, and we got out of it with the former President Mwai Kibaki. So, and we can get out of it.
Right. We have a question there.
Yeah.
Your Excellency, Ruud Elmendag for the Dutch newspaper, The Telegraaf. I have to be open with you. I was a bit worried last week when the Maandamano started, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Normally you're on the forefront of demonstrations. We didn't see you. So what held you back?
I didn't get that question.
Again?
Yes.
But I come back. Okay.
Huh?
Your absence from Maandamano, could you explain that?
Oh, you see, I mentioned that this Maandamano is not about Raila or Kalonzo or other Azimio leaders. It is now a Kenyan affair. It's a people's affair. I've been in Maandamanos all the time, as you know. If I've missed one of those Maandamanos, it does not matter. They will still take place anyway. But I said I was down with the flu, and that's why I was not on the streets.
Yes, Gilbert? Do you have a question?
Yes. Hello, Mariama Diallo from Voice of America. Very quickly, I want to follow up on where do talks stand. Obviously, in the beginning of the protest, there seemed to be dialogue because of that formation of that bipartisan group to deal with the IEBC audit issues. But that has stalled, and it seems like just there's no movement. So my question to you is, if President Ruto reached out to you today and say, brother Raila, let's sit down and have a talk with no preconditions, would you respond to that? Would you sit down with him to try to deal with the issues? And just a quick follow-up question. You questioned the Kenyan Constitution today. You used very strong words, obviously, towards accusations towards the police, not feeling protected by that police that is supposed to protect you as a Kenyan and that is supposed to protect you, your people or protesters. What would you like to see happen? Thank you.
You see, it's not for the first time. You remember there's a time when the situation was very polarized and charged when President Ruto publicly appealed to me and said that we should call off the Maandamano and dialogue against protest from my people. We agreed to call off the Maandamano at that time and give room for dialogue. And I just said that as soon as the temperatures come down, it was business as usual. They set up a team and eventually they withdrew. Those members of that team were not available. Each time our people assembled, they would say most of their members are out of the country, they cannot raise a quorum. In that they were not serious at all. See, but you need to also know that there have been also attempts from outside. I can now say it here, that the president from Tanzania came here 2 weeks ago at the invitation of President Ruto to mediate. And she was kept waiting, not from our side. We were available, but the other side was not available. She spent 2 nights here, and it was all in vain. Other people have tried. Right now I know that other people are also trying, but he's the one who is resisting. So he basically knows what he wants. I myself have said I'm ready to sit with other people to discuss these issues. He is actually pretending, is living in delusion that we don't have a crisis. But we have a serious crisis that requires patriotism to resolve. And we are ready ourselves.